Big up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, whatever you're watching Awini Unity platform from. Thank you so much, and we do really appreciate your time for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. And happy Saturday to you as well, whatever part you may be watching me from. This video, I'm here to talk about two players. And what is these two players? Number one is Hakimi from Morocco, play football in France, Paris Saint-Germain. And number two is Thomas Partey from Ghana, plays football in the English Premier League, Arsenal. And the main reason why we want to talk about these two players have chance to make their own history with their club. That is the UEFA Champions League. Hakimi and Thomas Partey, they are in the semi-finals. And we're going to be talking about their chances of winning the Champions League. Arsenal never won the Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain as well. So Hakimi have chance to make history with Paris Saint-Germain. Thomas Partey have chance to make history with Arsenal. So we're going to look at the two players and the two teams who have the chance to do so. That is the main reason why we are right here with you. But please, to take your time a little bit, whatever part you may be watching, and maybe today is your first time you are just watching this video, and maybe probably you do not know what we normally talk about right here. This platform, we talk about only African football, African national teams, African club football, and African players all over the world. So we are doing this video, or we are talking about this video, the Champions League. We're going to be focusing on the Champions League semi-finals. And the reason why we are talking about the UEFA Champions League, simply because our African brothers, that is Thomas Partey and Hakimi. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and let us grow together as a one family, whatever part you may be watching, particular, like always, if you are watching from Africa as well. So now, let's dive in to look at the Champions League semi-finals. Then we talk about who have the chance. Now, this is the UEFA Champions League semi-finals team. Now remaining four teams: Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal, Inter, and Barcelona. So now, Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain are going to play home first, and they will be returning to North London in England. Here too, we have Inter and Barcelona. So this year, UEFA Champions League, you have two teams that have never won the Champions League before. That is Paris Saint-Germain. They have never won, or they have never win the Champions League before. Arsenal as well. Arsenal have never win the Champions League. So these teams are going to play against each other. Now, we also have two teams here. Barcelona have won the Champions League, if I get it right, I think about 5 times, if I get it right. Inter also won the Champions League. They are going to play against each other. But our main focus right here is going to be Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal. Why? Because of Hakimi and Thomas. So, when you look at these two teams, particular Arsenal, a lot of people are tipping Arsenal to win Paris Saint-Germain. Why? Simply because Arsenal managed to beat Real Madrid and home and away. The first leg, Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0. And the second leg, they beat Real Madrid again in Santiago Bernabeu and 2-0. So based on that, a lot of people believe that Arsenal going to win Paris Saint-Germain and also the Champions League. Now, let's look at something here. If you are basing Arsenal performance by beating Real Madrid home and away and thinking that for that reason, Arsenal going to beat Paris Saint-Germain, maybe you may get it wrong. Why? When you look at Real Madrid this season, okay, when you look at Real Madrid this season, Real Madrid, before coming to Arsenal game, before going to play the game against Arsenal in North London in England, Real Madrid already struggling in this season. Real Madrid lost to Valencia in the Spanish La Liga, whereby Valencia is struggling for relegation. Real Madrid lost to them 2-1 at home in Santiago Bernabeu. So that should tell you that Real Madrid do not have its best this season. So if you want to base on Arsenal beating Real Madrid and maybe believing that Thomas Partey with his Arsenal can win Paris, they can win the Champions League, you may get it right, you may get it wrong. Now, when you look at Real Madrid, after the loss against Arsenal, they struggled to beat Deportivo Alaves by 1-0. From then, they struggled to win against Bilbao. Now, even when you talk about Real Madrid this season, the reason why I'm saying that, yes, the 4 remaining semi-finals teams that in the Champions League, all of them, they deserve to be there. But if even one team will win it, they also need a luck. But don't base about Arsenal beating Real Madrid simply because he's going to win it, or maybe Arsenal is going to beat Paris Saint-Germain with Thomas Partey. So when you look at Real Madrid performance this season, even the Spanish Copa del Rey finals that are going to be taking place later on tonight, Real Madrid struggled to get there. Real Madrid play teams like Deportivo Legales. It took Real Madrid to extra time to able to win Legales. With Legales with Real Madrid, they are both in the same city, Spanish capital city. So Real Madrid struggled to beat them before going to semi-finals. The semi-finals, it took Real Madrid almost 120 minutes to beat Real Sociedad. Even when you go back to the Champions League, Real Madrid have to win penalties by a controversial penalty that they say was the player, Atletico Madrid player, do not take the ball well, so therefore it is against the rules and the regulation, so it wasn't goal. So that was a very, very controversial one to able to help Real Madrid to even get to the quarterfinals. So that should tell you that Real Madrid this season, if Real Madrid was having its best, there is no way Arsenal can able to beat Real Madrid home and away. Check when was the last time team that happened to Real Madrid. That was back 20 years ago. I'm not saying that Arsenal, Thomas Partey with Arsenal, they are not playing well. They are playing well with I want one of them to win, because it is because of Thomas Partey I'm talking about Arsenal. It is because of Hakimi I'm talking about Paris Saint-Germain on this video, because this platform talking about only African football. So now let's go to Paris. Okay, let's go to Paris. Now, when you look at Paris Saint-Germain, okay, when you look at Paris Saint-Germain, they have a good season. They won the French League 1. But when you look at their performance so far, in my opinion, I can tell you that the 4 remaining teams that remain, if you ask me who play very good football and very confident football, is Paris Saint-Germain, my opinion. When you look at the way they play against Liverpool, where everybody knew the Premier League is always top, Paris Saint-Germain, whereby a lot of people are always talking about the French League, that the French League is not strong, but we have a team playing the French League, won the French League this season, met with England best team this season, that is Liverpool. And they lost at home in Paris, Parc des Princes in France. Paris Saint-Germain lost 1-0 against Liverpool, English best team this season. And they're able to have that mentality, believe themselves that we can go to England. We don't care who is Liverpool. We don't care about their fans. We can go there and shock them. We can go to England and kick Liverpool out. And they said it. They speak it. They speak during the interview that they will go England and kick Liverpool out. And they went there they did exactly. So for them able to even beating Liverpool, kicking Liverpool out in their own backyard, that will tell you that this Paris Saint-Germain team this season, they mean business with Spanish coach Luis Enrique. So that game is going to be very, very tight for both team Thomas Partey, both team Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain, and that is Thomas Partey versus Hakimi. So that game gonna tell you that it's gonna be cracker game. Now, a lot of people talk about, well, Paris Saint-Germain, yes, they did very well against Liverpool, but they could not able to beat Aston Villa. So therefore, Thomas Partey with his Arsenal is going to kick Paris Saint-Germain out. Why? It's going to be difficult. Paris Saint-Germain, when they went to that game, they went to this game against Villa. If you check Villa this season, they are also having good time. But the reason why Aston Villa, Paris Saint-Germain lost that game, Paris Saint-Germain beat Aston Villa by 3-1 in France. So that time Paris Saint-Germain is returning for the return mark to England. I always say that in everything we do in this life, it is about the way we think. It is the way we believe. So the moment you begin to believe that this I can able to do it, and you have that confidence, you can able to do it. Paris Saint-Germain, when they beat Villa 3-1, the returning match was going to England with some mindset that there is no way that this Aston Villa team can beat us 3-0 or can beat us 2-0 without us getting a 1 goal. So matter what. So that went through Paris Saint-Germain players, their mindset. So they knew that no matter what, whether they lose, they're going to qualify. But if Paris Saint-Germain was going to England and the first leg was 1-1, they would have been going to England with a different mentality. If they was losing, or maybe they lost the first leg 1-0 or 2-1, and they was going to England to play against Aston Villa, they would have been going there with different mentality, with different ball game together. When you look at Barcelona, okay, let's go back to Barcelona. When you look at Barcelona, Barcelona play with Barcelona lost with Borussia Dortmund. Okay, Barcelona lost to Borussia Dortmund by 3-1. A lot of people were saying that if Barca want to play like this, meaning they cannot able to win the Champions League. But you know why? I knew very clearly that Barca going to lose against Dortmund for the return leg or the return match. Why? Because Barca was going to Signal Iduna Park in Germany, knowing very well that there is no way Borussia Dortmund can beat them 4-0 without them getting a single goal, right? They knew. So the coach selection and the coach talking to the players and the players themselves, their mindset going to be different. They are not going to put all their best and all their mentality best in that game, because they knew that no matter what, they will definitely qualify. And this is how sometimes a lot of things work in life. In the universe, imagine that they supported Borussia Dortmund supporters buy tickets, they went to the stadium, and Barca begin beating them again. Those who went to the stadium to watch the game, they will not have any entertainment. But when you was watching that game, you could see that the fans, they do not feel bad that they bought ticket, went to the game, because the game make the Borussia Dortmund fans get to some point. They have some kind of belief that, oh, we can able to qualify. Now we are leading 3-1. So it make the people is so emotional to the game, connect to the game, and feel happy that they spend their money to buy ticket. But if Barca went there to be beating Dortmund, the people would have feeling disappointed. That is how sometimes things work in life. If Barca was going to Dortmund and they was going there with 1-1 or 2-1, there is no way Barca will play the ball like the way they play there last time. So this game, this Champions League, Arsenal versus Paris Saint-Germain is not going to be easy game. The way I'm seeing Paris Saint-Germain, the way they are playing this season, and the confidence that they have with the young players, with the Spanish coach Luis Enrique, is not going to be easy for Thomas and Hakimi. But the question right here is, who is going to win? Is it Thomas or is it Hakimi? Who is going to win? That is the question right here. Now, this game, you cannot tell me that Paris Saint-Germain cannot beat Arsenal. Even you that are watching, you cannot tell me that Arsenal cannot beat Paris Saint-Germain. But the question here is, how can they able to do it? Arsenal can do it when they get their things right, and they also need luck on their side. Paris Saint-Germain can do it with Hakimi as a captain as well. They can do it when they get their day right, and they also need luck on their side. I wish this was the finals. Then we can comfortably say, no matter what, Hakimi gonna write history with Paris Saint-Germain winning the Champions League for the first time, or Partey gonna write history with Arsenal winning the Champions League for the first time. But no matter what, Thomas and Hakimi, one must go out, and that is either Arsenal will go out or Paris will go out. So let us know. Hakimi and Thomas, who do you think that can able to go through for the finals, and what team do you think that is going to make it? Is it Arsenal or Paris Saint-Germain? Thomas Partey or Hakimi? Let me know what you think about this match. Like I said, I'm not basically talking about this, about the Champions League, but the reason why I'm talking about the Champions League today is because Thomas and Hakimi, like I said earlier on, it's going to be very difficult. I can't predict this game, but the way I observe the way Paris Saint-Germain play for this season, not the whole season, for some point they wasn't that much good, but getting to they nearly went out from the group stage. They nearly went out. From there, they learned their mistakes. The team play together, and when you look at the way they play, honestly speaking, I observe the way they are the way their togetherness, and the way they are playing with the confidence with Luis Enrique. It's going to be very, very difficult for Arsenal. I can't lie to you. It's going to be very difficult. So what I'm saying here, people shouldn't just believe in Arsenal by one thing. And what is one thing? By only, okay, Arsenal have beaten Real Madrid, so therefore they are the favorites. Base Arsenal by their whole season. Talk about Arsenal, about the matches that they play compared to Paris Saint-Germain. But if you want to base, Arsenal beat Real Madrid, so therefore Arsenal and Thomas Partey would definitely beat Paris Saint-Germain, you're going to get it all wrong. Believe it or not, because when you look at Real Madrid this season, they are not getting everything right. So that should tell you that every team, most of even small teams are beating Real Madrid. But having said that, that do not mean that Arsenal cannot also beat Paris Saint-Germain to go to finals. Arsenal, they can do it. They have the mentality, they have the belief. The players understand it very well that it is a time for them to write their own history for winning Champions League for the first time with North London Derby club, that is, North London club, that is Arsenal. But the thing is, we are not going to see Thomas and Hakimi for the first leg. Why? Because Arsenal, Thomas Partey going to miss the first leg due to 2 yellow cards. So Arsenal, Thomas Partey is not going to play that game. The return match in North London in England, yes, we're going to be seeing these two brothers, Hakimi and Thomas, to be battling with each other. That is where we're going to know who is going finals and who is going out. So, yeah, this is what we have for you about our African brothers. That is Thomas and Hakimi, Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal. So we are wishing the two brothers all the best. Thomas and Hakimi, all the best of luck. For anyone that have chance to go through in the Champions League finals, we are also going to wish that person to win the Champions League and make all of us proud as Africans. So let us know what you think. What team do you think that is going to make it? Do you think that Arsenal is going to make it? or Paris Saint-Germain is going to make it. Let us know what you think right here on this platform. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much once again for always staying here with us. Enjoy your day, whatever part you may be watching us from. We do really appreciate your time. And do not forget to subscribe to Awini Unity platform. Yes, we're going to come back very strongly with Africa players, African football, latest update for you. So don't go on anywhere. Always stay here with us, whatever part you may be watching. Stay blessed and one love.